Hey guys, I'm Monica Khosla Bhargava, founder and principal architect of Kham Consultants, and I'm back with another house reaction. Today I'm going to be reacting to the $50 million Plaza Hotel penthouse of Tommy Hilfiger. We've all heard of him and his global signature brand, Tommy Hilfiger. He's such a famous and iconic designer, and I'm really excited to see what his house looks like. Before we start, I'm going to quickly request you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, and thank you for your support. The original video featured by Architectural Digest is linked below. And now let's get started.
Hey, welcome AD, come on in to our Plaza apartment. You gonna do the tour?
Why don't
you start the tour.
Why don't you start the tour?
All right, I'll start the tour. Okay.
She's better at it.
This is our entry hall. This leads right on to basically our living room. This is one of my favorite spots in the apartment, sort of little hanging out nook where we read books.
I can see the Maharaja's jewels here. Maybe it's indicative of what his house is going to be like. Do go through this book if you haven't. It's a beautiful collection of princely jewels made for Indian royalty by European master designers and craftsmen, and showcases a beautiful fusion of design.
Books or magazines and have a drink and chat.
There's a lot of history in the Plaza. The Beatles stayed here, the Rolling Stones stayed here, Marilyn Monroe stayed here. We just think it's iconic, and above anything else, we love the location. You see all the way across the 59th Street Bridge, and all the buildings in the area are lit, so you have a whole different vibe at night.
If you follow us through here, we can show you the dining room.
The dining room we never use.
I think we've probably
These dining chairs, they look as if they are handcrafted in India. At least that's what I think so. Don't miss those goat head details on top. Can we have this image full screen? So can you see them? They're on both sides using the horn formations to create the curves. This tradition of intricate inlay furniture started in India in the mid-19th century, and it used to be done using mother of pearl or ivory inlays into polished or lacquered wood. But now what's done is that bone is used for the inlays.
had 3 dinners here.
We usually either have takeout or we go out.
This is our little bar area. Tommy, you usually are a Chardonnay drinker. Is that correct?
That's
correct. Would you agree
correct.
with me? This is my drink, Don Julio 1942. I would say this is a pretty important spot in our...
I like the fact that a vintage faucet or a tap is used to match this whole old world style of the decor.
house. All right, so through these doors is the kitchen. I can't say that the kitchen sees a lot of cooking action because after all, that's what restaurants are for. Although you do make the occasional piece of toast.
This is one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. Dee said, I want a French bistro in the house. I thought, is that going to be a little too Disney or something? She started pulling ideas together, found this black and white tile for the floor, the black and white marble, and it came together in a way that was really surprising to me. I love it, and it's my favorite in the house.
Kitchens like a French bistro are a trend in interior design. A bistro is a casual eatery which was started by workers in France as a place for quick food. These black and white tiles and the central island which Tommy has used, they're definitely a part of the bistro chic. But then bistros are casual places, and they have a lot of open shelves where crockery and pots and pans are visible, and the lighting is a little more industrial and not like this fancy chandelier on a silver roof.
So we're going to go into the den now. This room is actually maybe the most modern room in the house. Dee wanted all the TVs behind mirrors.
It's a mirror. No, it's a TV. No, it's a mirror. It's a TV.
Trying to figure out how to turn it off. There we go. Turn room off.
I'm impressed with the way modern meets classic here. It's not easy to create that seamless blend. You can see from the pad on the wall that automated settings have been used. A TV has been introduced which doubles as an ornate mirror when it's not in use. An L-shaped sofa with a day bed has been provided to give that necessary comfort for TV viewing, but the classic look, it hasn't been abandoned.
Okay, we did it.
If you guys come in here, we have something special to show you.
This is my office. These were a gift from Mick Jagger. These books were gifts from Karl Lagerfeld. We have a painting my wife bought me for my birthday from Charles Wiggins of the Plaza. My favorite photo of my wife by Antoine Berglas, and an Annie Leibovitz family portrait of our 7 children. And sometimes Dee and I come in just to get away from
Our 7
anything
children.
that may be going on in the rest of the apartment.
Oh, one of the kids.
Yeah, one of the kids.
One of the kids, there you go.
This sign was one of the original New York Times signs on 43rd Street at their headquarters.
So a mirror on the roof, I'm not sure if I like this in a library. A library should be more restful, I feel. So generally a mirror is used on the roof where the height is low and you wish to create an illusion of a greater height.
And we bought it specifically for this room. Dee had a fight with the concierge at the Ritz Hotel in Paris to get these dogs.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
That was
incredible.
That was incredible.
Where are we going now?
Where are we going? Are we going upstairs?
Let's go upstairs. If you guys follow us this way, this is the master suite, which we have to clean.
Yeah.
Cut! Here is our master bedroom. I love it because it's so airy and light.
This crown canopy with the bed curtains, it's such a classical setting, like it must be like 14th century. I really like how the decor of this place has been kept to this old world style to blend in with the architecture of this iconic Plaza Hotel.
It's cozy, but it's elegant. This is one of the features that I love that I think everybody must have.
We have our own mini bar.
We have our own little mini bar coffee station. When you wake up, you don't have to go down to the kitchen.
And another favorite part of the apartment is the terrace overlooking the park.
Once you get your coffee over there, you can just move over here and have our coffee overlooking Central Park on our terrace. Here is the master bath. His and her sinks, very important.
Do you notice that there's just a backsplash, no tiles or marble on the wall? Now this is very unusual for a bathroom where we tend to put marble or tiles on all the walls when there's really no need to do that.
No fighting. And we then have the dressing area. And this is my little glam station over here.
I decided to set up my own boutique. I have basically uniform taste. White shirts, blue shirts, navy suits, gray suits, black tuxedos, chinos, jeans, and navy and gray sweaters. So it's perfect for my uniform.
This is fascinating. I'm glad that Tommy took us through this walk-in closet. Maybe now I can convince a few clients to use a walk-in closet which is so well organized like this.
Yours is definitely bigger.
No. Mine has nothing in it.
I know.
Maybe we should convert it into something because it's not being a closet.
This is Sebastian. This is his room.
This is my favorite piece in his room. It's actually 2 giant drums that have been cut out to make bookshelves. And I thought it was just such a clever piece and so much fun.
This room is more signature Tommy Hilfiger than any room in the house because it is red, white, and blue. Sebastian loves this room and he loves sleeping in his boat bed. The idea was to make it very nautical.
This is a thematic design. Here the theme is nautical. It's got this sailor vibe with a boat-shaped bed, the ship wheel. Also the room feels very American and very Tommy Hilfiger because of the colors. Now, thematic rooms and interior design, they were popular, especially amongst children. So you had like a Disney princess theme room or a Jungle Book theme, and this trend is now wearing off. I think it was popular amongst children because it's a cute look, but it's not timeless, and you can change it when the child grows up.
This room is a guest room slash child's room, depending on who's visiting at the time.
We call it the swing room, not to be confused with a swinger's room.
Walls are adorned with my favorite rock and roll photographs from Janis Joplin, Tina Turner, the Beatles, Paul McCartney, The Who, the Stones.
And then if we go through here, this is sort of another whole wing that we...
This is something I didn't expect to see at all. Look at the motifs on this cherry wallpaper. This is the Indian Purna Kalash, or the sacred vessel of life. Can we have this image full screen? Because a lot of people watch the videos on their phone and I don't want them to miss this detail. The motif of a vessel of water with leaves and flowers sprouting, it can be traced to Hindu and Buddhist temple carvings of the before Christ era. So, and this images of the peacocks or birds on the side of the vessel, it further reinforces this as a symbol of heaven. Let's see if we can get a larger image of this motif.
Another whole wing that we did for Tommy's teenage daughter.
You see what I meant? Can we have this image full screen again? Also, I loved how a Buddha sculpture is brought in against this background.
Elizabeth. This is the lilac or purple room.
My daughter Elizabeth chose to decorate the room this way. She was going to school here at the time. Now she's living in LA, designing her own collection.
The painting above the doorway is a painting done by Tommy's daughter Allie that I actually bought at her first art show. I actually love that painting.
I like how these Roman blinds have been used in the rooms which have smaller windows rather than curtains, and it's giving a room a very neat look.
Those elephant tusks are fake.
We do not harm animals in the making of this apartment. We'd like everybody to know.
This is the dome in the building. So we have the natural bracing and the authentic original bricks. The chandelier is from...
This is phenomenal. This brick roof structure, it's exposed, so is this metal structure from which the light is suspended, but just look how neat the work is. No wiring to this light is showing. It's been so cleverly concealed.
The New York Times lobby when it was on 43rd Street. The mural on the wall is painted by Hilary Knight, the illustrator.
The shelf, the clock, the door trims, they're all part of this fascinating mural, this artwork.
For the Eloise book.
That is me, and that is Tommy. It looks like we're getting out of some kind of canoe or gondola.
This is certainly a maximalist house, and a minimalist like me would probably not be able to live in a place so fancy. I would probably not be able to find myself amongst all these treasures. But what I admire about this house is that Tommy Hilfiger has promoted so much craftsmanship and preserved history through the design of this house. By preserving history, I don't just mean the collected items from the New York Times and the Ritz, but the classic design styles from the whole world. I could find so many interesting details from India. And I think that if I go back to viewing this video, I would find a whole new set of details because this place is so rich in heritage. Also, I think that this place is totally worth the $50 million because of its huge investment in human capital. One last thing I would like to point out. Think back. The video opens with a door with the number plate 1809 on it. Now, this is something I would encourage apartment buildings to look at. You may have $1 million interior, but the door to a common lobby should be left matching with all the other apartments on the floor. Do you think that this house is worth $50 million? Well, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reaction, well, you know what to do. Press the like button and see you next Saturday.